Hey Ian, nice to see you today. I just want to cover a couple of points we discussed during today's session. One of the first main areas we discussed was the amount of movement or lateral movement to the right during the backswing. So I've just got a little line up there around your head, and the line down the centre there is just going to show your swing centre. The two lines on your legs are going to show the hip movements and weight transfer a little bit later on. But really just discussing the backswing, as we take you to the top of the swing there, you can see how during the backswing your head moves quite a bit to the right and out of that circle. So you've just got a little bit too much lateral movement there to the right hand side, which again, because of that movement, you're finding it difficult to get yourself back into a position where you can get a nice consistent strike on that golf ball. See there, just as you're approaching impact, head still to the right of the circle, and your upper centre or your upper body is still to the right of the centre line. Now we did discuss, ideally you want your upper centre to be in front of that centre line as you come into it with the golf ball, which is going to create a much more consistent strike. So what we discussed during your backswing was to just try and stay a little bit more centred, so try and keep your head a little bit more in a circle, so that resulted in you rotating your shoulder a little bit more without the lateral movement. So when you're at the top of your backswing, you got the feeling that most of your weight was actually favouring your left hand side rather than over the top of your right foot like it is there. So we got you with a little practice drill with your head on the wall, where you was able to, because your head was fixed in a point, it couldn't move laterally, so they're concentrating more on rotating the shoulders, and again you did feel that the weight was more on your left hand side and the top of your backswing. Next thing we started to discuss was the weight transfer itself. Looking at the swing as you're coming down, you do have quite good weight transfer. Your hips are moving towards your target and moving to the left, and they're actually getting in front of the starting position, which is good. However, because you've got so much lateral movement to the right hand side, the weight transfer is not as effective as it should be. So again, working on that shoulder rotation and staying a little bit more centred with your upper body is allowing the subtle weight transfers for you to get into a much better position where the upper centre of your chest is actually working in front of this centre line, more around that sort of position, which is going to create that the descending blow. And obviously with the less lateral movement, your hips would actually work a little bit more towards your target, a little bit more towards that yellow line there. So we just have a quick look at Luke Donnelly on the right hand side. Again, same lines up as yourself, and again there, as you see on his backswing, his head stays in the circle and his shoulders are rotating around his axis, which is his spine, without the lateral movement to the right hand side. Because he's done that, he's in a much better position to have better weight transfer, a much more consistent weight transfer to the left hand side on his downswing, allowing his hips to travel towards his target, and also because his hips have travelled towards his target, that's brought his upper centre to the left hand side of the centre line to allow him to strike down onto that golf ball consistently well. So we gave you a couple of drills to work on. Really sort of one of those is really trying to get the weight across to your left hand side. So we got you to hit a few shots and take a step afterwards. And again, also one with your head on the wall, concentrating on the rotation of your upper body around the spine without any lateral movement to the right hand side. So if you keep working on that, if you've got any problems, just give me a call or drop me an email. But I look forward to seeing you again very soon.